What's up, Juventini? Welcome back to the channel dedicated to La Vecchia Signora, the AJC, and it's match day. It's a big one. It's Milan, Juventus, and obviously big shakeup in the build-up to this one. We went over it in the match day preview show, and we are going to get to see Colt Miners leading the line. McKennie makes his way into the lineup, and that's going to be a big shakeup right there. But again, Oliver finally making the live after a long time. Love to see you in here. We're going to have some more Juventini obviously dropping in here. RB comps, vamos, let's go. It's a big one today. And yeah, a little bit of adversity around Juve right now with this injury crisis, I guess you got to call it, because it's just been so much. The squad is thin when you look at the squad list. We are going to go through it all together right now in the build up to this game, as we are just over 15 minutes from kickoff in Milan, Juventus. And looking at the visitors first, we will go through their lineup. Maignan in goal. Emerson out at right back. You've got Chia and Gabbia at center backs. Theo Hernandez, of course, on the left side. You're going to have Fofana and Reinders in the middle of the park as your two-man pivot. You're going to have Musa ahead to the right. No Pulisic to start this match, at least for Milan. Ruben Loftus-Cheek and then Rafa Leao with Morata leading the line. And again, as we said, Pulisic probably make an appearance later on in the match, but not starting this one. Chukwueze, Camarda, Okafor, all on the bench for Milan. For Juventus, well, like we said, I'll pull it up right here. Little bit of a shakeup. Okay, little bit of a shakeup, but that's your starting lineup right now. And yes, Sweaty, Pulisic on the bench. And welcome, thank you again, as always, for joining on the watch along. All right, get those likes up as you're all dropping in for this one. Starting lineup as follows for Juventus. Di Gregorio, Savona, Gatti, Kalulu, Cambiaso, very straightforward at the back. Locatelli, Thuram continue from getting several matches consecutively before the international break. Locatelli and Thuram will continue. Locatelli, as you see, will have the captain's armband. Chico Conceição, absolute no-brainer. Yildiz, no-brainer. Got to be in the lineup at some spot. McKennie making his way in, and that's because Weah will be on the bench. Now, there is contradictions out there as to whether or not Weah actually picked up a knock or not. Some of the news was stating that Weah did pick up a knock in training leading up to this match. Mirko Di Natale stated he can't find any confirmations that that actually happened. Maybe, just maybe, Motta just wanted to use him or keep one significant player so far this season for us, Weah, as far as finding contributions, wanted to keep one to come off the bench. Maybe, just maybe. But if he did suffer a knock and your squad list is this thin, it doesn't surprise me Mirko Di Natale, or any journalist for that matter, can't find confirmations. I don't think they're going to let it out. They haven't even clarified or been transparent with what's going on with Douglas Luiz. So this one, ahead of a big match, still probably going to have to utilize Way at some point. I don't think they're going to let the cat out of the bag. So I really think it's a big nothing burger there. But nonetheless, we're going to have McKennie behind Colt Miners. And this will be something that will probably be as close to replicating what Motta had going on last season. Colt Miners has played in this position before, filling in for Gasperini at times. Let's see what happens. We need a big game here today, though, okay? And, of course, the storylines around it. You're going to have a very strong left side for Milan, where they like to push from. We're going to have to combat that. Cambiaso, Yildiz may get room on their side to try and attack and transition and counter Milan, but also Chico Conceição is going to be critical in pushing Theo Hernandez back and offering that reprieve for Juve defensively. This is going to be a big match. I am excited for this one. I wanted this thing to kick off the second we started our preview show. So now we're here. We're close to it. I'm fired up, everybody. Let's see what some of your comments are out here. We got RB Cobb saying, for me, I don't want to hear excuses about injuries. I get they don't help, but that's what great teams do. They perform in moments of adversity. You can't deny the injuries. At the same token, it's like your squad is thin, and if you're making makeshift, like, it'd be nice to at least have a true striker as a backup. So for that, I could kind of sympathize. But in the grand scheme of things, yeah, you have to find some type of solution. It really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the guys that do get called upon have to answer the call, and they have to get the job done. This is a very winnable game. While we talk about injuries, we're not stretching ourselves beyond means. Even if you had to put Yildiz up top, if Weah was going to be the guy, now with Cope Miners, we're not stretching ourselves to the point where this is not doable. This is still very, very much a winnable match for Juventus. I'd go as far to say this is 50-50 right down the middle. Both teams have question marks. We haven't exactly thrived offensively or in the attacking phase. This will be something from the start in an important matchup where we can actually see the alternative to having Dusan Vlahovic or a player of different characteristics up top. So this is very, very significant and very, very important for Motta and this Juventus. As far as Milan goes, and I'm just going to take the graphic down the starting line for a bit. We'll pull it up in a bit. As far as Milan goes, Milan is Jekyll and Hyde this season. We talked about it. You don't know what to expect. We could very much see an awful Milan. We could see a tough-to-face Milan. They literally, in a short span of time, like we said, dropped a game to Napoli, okay? Followed it up with a narrow win against Monza. They then went on and beat Real Madrid in Champions League at the Bernabeu in convincing fashion. And then they followed it up with a draw to Cagliari. So who knows what the heck you're going to get. Rafa Leao wasn't even getting started. Now all of a sudden has hit form. This is going to be a very, very interesting game. It's a tough one to read. Like I said, I see it 50-50 right down the middle. Let's see what happens. But again, we're not stretching ourselves beyond means by any means, even with the injury list and whatnot. I'm expecting a strong performance, and I expect a dogfight out there on a big 3 points at stake. Alex P. Chapelil here. Ciao, ciao. Long time no see. It has been a while. Missed you on the pregame show, brother, but happy to have you in here. All right, let's see. I'm going to be positive today. Positive RB is back. 1-0 Juventus with Coop getting the first. The predictions are in, everybody, on the preview show if you watched it. So Lex went 2-1 Juventus. Omer called a very greasy, ugly 1-0 Juve victory. I'm going 2-1. I do actually think Cope Miners will score off a free kick in this one, and Chico will set up the winner for Juventus. But you know the drill. Give me your predictions right now in the chat, everybody. Let's go. And don't forget to let me know where you're tuning in from. Where in the world right now are you tuning in to this watch along with the AJC? Let's go. Shan kicking things off with 3-1. Let's go. 3-1 with Keenan. Shining. Reminder, everybody. Tomorrow's post-match podcast, we'll have the winner announced for this bad boy. Speaking of Keenan, Yildiz shining. Tomorrow, we find out who gets the latest AJC giveaway. And then, of course, we move on to the next. So good luck to all of you. And let's get those likes up while you're in here. Take a second, smash that like button. Let's go. I'll get you your starting lineup graphic right there so you can see what we're cooking. Massimo, ciao ciao, sempre Forza Juve. Let's go. Forza Juve, that kid is lit. Oh yeah, it's a beauty, and we got let's just say we got a healthy amount of kits to give away this season. All right, we're gonna have fun. We always show a lot of love to the AJC Army. You guys are definitely deserving of it. All right, all the shouts you guys give us out there when people are asking about best English content for Juve, best podcast, etc. We always appreciate it. We love it. And you guys definitely help us get in people's sight lines. So it goes a long way. We always like showing our love. Alex P is going for a draw 2-2. A bit of a reverse psychology. Let's go whatever works, okay? At the end, hey, we just we gotta get this one done. I think this is very much a massive match for us that could really be a turning point. Let's see. And as far as Colt Miners goes, hey, he put the words out there, okay? He put the words out there. He said, I haven't shown all my qualities yet, but I haven't been physically myself. I'm getting there though, and now you'll see all the qualities come through. I'm ready. Hey, let's go. What better time, what better moment than a big matchup for Juve at the San Siro? Will Colt Miners be man of the match today? Who is your way too early to call man of the match in this game? Drop it in the chat right now. I want to know who you think's going to be man of the match. Let's go. Shahir asking me how I feel about Colt Miners at striker. Honestly, I'm fine with it. I would prefer him further back in the midfield, assisting just a little bit further back. But I don't think it's going to be the be-all, end-all. I'd like to see Yildiz there, but Colt Miners definitely has the qualities. We talked about it. He has done it before. He can definitely do it. He could definitely do it. I like having him more versatile, a little bit in more control of moving forward to that point. But having Yildiz up at the top would mean you're pulling in Weah. Does Weah, in fact, have a knock or not? And then Imbangula in this one to start from the get-go. I'm not necessarily against it, but this kind of does have all of your best players on the lineup. So I'm for it. I'm for it. And I think maybe, just maybe, it might pay off and be huge for us. My feed just kicked into the San Siro here. There's a bit of a light show there as they get fired up. This is going to be a very, very fired up crowd for this game. And rightfully so. This is a big one, everybody. Big one. Colt Miners better cook. He's talking the talk, time to walk the walk, but I've been happy with him. Early man of the match shouts. Oliver's go with Kalulu. Chico from Shahir. Alex P's calling for Weston McKennie. Decent shout. I think Yildiz and Cope are going to be switching during the game. Interesting. I was thinking it's actually going to be McKennie and him rotating, and it almost doesn't matter how they're listed on the sheet before, but this will be interesting to see. Big light show when the biggest club in Italy is visiting. Oh, I love that. Mark Cavalier, Berto, we need to win to keep up with Inter. Yeah, this is a massive game. Like I said, this goes a long way for Juve moving forward beyond this match, okay? And yeah, this could be a statement one for Juve. Let's see. And again, question marks all over the place. We've kind of asked from time to time, what Juve are we going to get? But Milan has done the same thing. They've asked, what Milan are we going to get? What Leao will you get? Sure, he's been informed, but sometimes it seems like he's disinterested. Teo, we got to push him back, but Cambiaso, Yildiz, Chico Conceição, all going to be critical for Juventus. I also think McKennie and Colt Miners obviously will be critical. Let's see what we bring. The midfield. Reindeers has been in great form for Milan. Locatelli's been in strong form. Thuram, they've formed a decent little pivot partnership there. Who's going to control the midfield? Who's going to win the midfield battle? That will also be very important to this game. With Fofana and Reindeers, Thuram, Locatelli, it's definitely might be a 50-50 split there down the middle as far as who's going to control this game in the middle. So, hey, can we see an end-to-end game? You might for periods. 15 minutes here, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes here. You might see some decent back and forth action. Could be a great one for the neutrals to watch. Let's see. I'll remind you of Milan's lineup. Maignan in goal, Emerson, Chia, Gabbia, Teo, across the back. Fofana, Reindeers, your two-man pivot. Musa, Loftus-Cheek, Leao, just behind Alvaro Morata. See the substitutes coming off through the tunnel, getting ready to take their seats. We're not far from the action, everybody. And I'm fired up. Let's go. Let's go. Big one. This also should be a celebration, everybody. International break. Over. We don't get another one till March. Thank God. Oh my God. These international breaks and these injuries. Look at that tunnel with all the graphics there in Milan there. Welcome to the Inferno. Huh. Playing up to the Devils. Playing up to the Devils card there. Oh my God. Saki. Galliani. I think I saw Zambrotta in the crowd too. Take a look at some of the words here. What do we got going? Giuntoli saying, we are counting on Milik recovering. He is solving his problems. We think that is very suited to the coach's game. Instead of looking to strengthen the attack in January, our focus remains on the defense. Huh. So what do we think about that? What do we think about not bringing in a striker in January? I tell you what. I'm still bringing one in if it's me. I'm still bringing one in. That's just me. Look at the players going through their handshakes here. We're not far from them exiting the tunnel again. Your official today is Daniele Giffi. Daniele Giffi has officiated 100 Serie A matches. He's got a 4.1 yellow per game average, 24 red cards distributed in 100 appearances, 26 PKs in 100 appearances. We could be in for one today. We could be in from one. Dom, what's happening, brother? Let's go. Huge one today. Alex saying Milik's going to pull a Kadira, be our January signing. I'm still signing somebody. I'm still signing an attacker. I think at the back, push for somebody, a little bit of versatility. I think that pretty much seals Danilo's fate that he's remaining till season's end. Might sign one at the back and go from there. Let's go, everybody. Waiting for them to come out here. Come on. Let's go. Get him out of that inferno. Get him out of that inferno. There we go. Here we go. Now they come out. Had some fans nervous about Savona and Chico matching up with Teo and Rafa Leao. Actually, I'm not that concerned about it. I'm actually not super nervous about this one in general. I've got a decent feeling. Like I said, I think this is a 50-50 game. Very, very doable. I don't think we're stretched beyond our means, even with the injury scenarios. I think this will be a solid game. Let's see. Let's see. They come out. We'll hear the Serie A anthem, get the handshakes, and then, of course, the coin toss. Let's go. Yes, Apex, let's go. Forza Juve. Morata. I still, if you take me back at 12 million, I would have signed him. I don't care what anybody says. At 12 million this past summer, I would have done it. I said it then, I still say it. All right. Get the kiddos out of there. Get the handshakes rocking. What kind of coordination here? These poor kids, they don't even know what they're supposed to do right now. Come on, Serie. Let's go. Chico, short in stature there. Don't lose him amongst the kids there as they're walking off. Jesus. All right, they're going to show your lineups one more time. I'm going to pop up the graphic 4 hours, all right? There's the good guys. Di Gregorio, Savona, Gatti, Kalulu, Cambiasso, Locatelli, Capitano, Thuram, Conceição, McKennie, Ildiz, and Coal Miners. Let's go. Let's make a statement there, lads. Let's make a statement. All right. Emerson Royale. A Royale with cheese. Let's take it to him, okay? Ildiz. Cook this fool. Cook this fool. Cambiasso on that side as well. Let's torch this guy. Show them what a mistake they made. Saying goodbye to Kalulu. For Emerson. Royale with cheese. It's a VAR group. Hopefully they play no part in this one. But we got a bit of a loose cannon potentially with the whistle. Savona, Kalulu, Gatti, Cambiasso, Locatelli, Thuram. Solid there right across the board. Conceição, McKennie showing up on the graphic again as being behind Cope Miners. Let's see if Cope Miners breaks in. Look at the substitute list. Barely anybody there. Mbangula, Rui, Weah, Fagioli. My God. What a thin squad list. Very strange we didn't call up like Angele just for even some coverage. Javier Gilpucci not even there, which is shocking. Like, Monte even said they would call up some youth. Strange that they haven't for this one, but let's see. Doesn't matter now. These are the guys we have. Chico with the little hop step getting me fired up. Come on. And there we go. We got kickoff, baby. Filo alla file. Forza Juventus. We start with possession. Conceição moves it back to Savona. Holy smokes. Throws it straight across the pitch out of bounds, and Gatti shithousing 18 seconds into this one. Not letting them, making sure his team gets set before they take the throw in. Attaboy, Gatti. Just be careful because this ref, you're dealing with a loose cannon here. Musa didn't like it. I don't really care what you think. The bench is like practically non-existent, Sweaty. We might be calling in a Gatorade bottle for a sub. Milan taking their sweet time getting this throw-in set. Morata trying to work with Emerson there. Thuram now. Finding McKennie. Little switchbacks. Locatelli comes in to clean up. It's going to play it back to Di Gregorio. Milan pressing us. Trying to work our way out. Inside to Luca. He's got to deal with a bouncing ball there. Trying to get it forward here. Yildiz applying pressure. Milan forced to go back to Mignon, and we can kind of regroup. Get settled here after trying to deal with that press. Milan now on it at the back. Chia trying to throw it forward, does find Leao. Nice challenge in there from Locatelli, but Milan finding a way out, but has to back up and retreat. Reindeer's on it now. With Fofana. Gabbia to Chia. Come on. Cold Miners watching there. McKennie, we make our flat four in defense here. Four across the front. Forcing Milan to the outsides. But Gabbia on it. Now back to Mignon. We're not pressing. He's outside his 18 with it and no pressure going his way. Chico now a little bit of pressure on Chia. Out to Gabbia. McKennie pressing there. Milan going to the outsides, having nothing centrally. And they're just maintaining it. And the pressure stops again when we make the flat 4. Back to Mignon again. And Juve still not breaking this defensive line. And now they go route 1. This one pops over Gatti's head. No foul there. Morata tries to sell one. He stays down. We're going to have it out. Cambiaso kicks it out. Milan lobbying. Daniele Kifi said nothing doing there. Let's go. Come on. Tuna steaks. Kifi the rat, this guy. Yeah, we could be in for one with this guy. Calling in a Juve Prime bottle to play CB right here. Right here. There's our substitute, everybody. Boom. There's our substitute. You know what? A friend sent me 2 of these things, okay? Obviously, I haven't had the guts to try one or what. I've heard they're terrible. But I tell you what, we get the job done here, I'll probably chug one of these. I'll be so stoked, okay? Di Gregorio has to come out. Clears that one low, but we do settle it. This one's high. Chico trying to battle with Teo there. Can't really win the aerial. And Milan working it through the middle there. Little bit of a shoulder challenge there. Shoulder barge from Locatelli on Reindeers, and he's going to get the foul on that one. Said the midfield's going to be very important in this game. Trying to establish some control. Cagey little start here so far. But again, we're only 4 minutes into this one, everybody. They're still just feeling each other out. Interesting jackets being worn by Fonseca there in the training staff. Let's see. Oh, Savona. Cuts off the ball, but gives it straight to Teo. Chico watching Leao there. Foul there on Chico. Even though he did get him to play the ball way too long. But Chico's going to stick with him. Late chuck there of the foot, man. You got to be careful with this ref too. He'll be trigger happy on yellows there. Got to take it easy there. So we got a free kick here. Teo and Reindeers both standing over it. Expecting Teo to take this. Or is it going to be an in-swinger from Reindeers? There it is, in-swinger. Flicked on, but stop. Oh my God, you guys. McKennie carrying it out. Pressure all over his back. No foul given. Reindeers coming out of this one. Locatelli gets a foot in and then McKennie helps win it. Thuram out to Conceição. Conceição megging Leao just to give us a breather. Back to Savona. Now to Kalulu, and Juve can kind of regroup here. Look at how deep Cope Miners is. He's come all the way back level with the midfield. McKennie is just right in the midfield too, so there's nobody really high right now. And Cope Miners drifted again to that flank. Something I said I'm not sure if he's going to stay up there, and we might need him coming back. Like, it's all about getting the ball up there. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. We're going to work our way forward and then have nobody there. Now he's slowly drifted up, but again, now drifting back to that right flank. In between Savona and Conceição. Played up to him here. Here's Cope Miners. Up to Chico. Being watched by Teo there. He's going to switch field over for Gatti. Now into Thuram. Not a lot of movement here from Juventus. McKennie's on it here. Yildiz hugging the sideline. Cambiaso's moved forward to the last line of defense. Locatelli. Feint to his right. Goes back to his left. Now up the sideline. Yildiz up ahead for Cambiaso. Good run. Oh, that's a good ball. Oh, Chico mishit there at the back post. Lovely play from Juve there, but mishit from Chico. Good challenge there. Locatelli and Cope Miner's in there. That one does go off Teo Hernandez. Juve's going to get a throw. That's better. That's better there. That's better. Come on, you guys. Oh, man, I tell you, Cambiaso's ball didn't miss by much. That's a nice little exchange between Yildiz and Cambiaso. And again, take advantage of Emerson Royale with cheese. Dude's a bum. Let's go. Locatelli. Over to Gatti. Cambiaso. Back over for Kalulu. Now Juve finding a little bit of control. Their turn to take possession and see if they can build up. Yildiz trying to load up a run there, and Gatti just staring at friggin' dead. Zero intentions of sending that. Now up for Yildiz again. Cutting in centrally. There's a foul. And there's one on Emerson. Keep track of that, Keefe. Keep track of that. Oh my God, Chico mishitting that at the back post. Had space. Oh, in for Cope. Oh, he drills one high. Trying to go short side high on Mignan. But that's good. That's a nice run from Cope coming from deep there. Hits the back bar on that side netting there. Well wide. No real threat there, but that's a good run. That's a good move. Positive for Juve in attack. Positive for Juve in attack so far. Kalulu handled that beautifully on the flick. They were just showing that set piece there. Oh yeah, Savona forcing Leao back. Chico there too. Ooh, they work out nice, and Leao coming out here, but that pass. Oh, come on, Yildiz. Yes. That's Royale with cheese. That's your boy. Skin him. Do him. Into McKennie. Little one, too. Oh, come on, Yildiz. Take him. Oh, get out of here. And Keefe lets him off the hook with one of the weakest falls. Holy smokes. All right. Let's go. Keep it going. Gambrota, the catalyst this squad needs. Love Cambiaso. Easily my favorite player on the squad. Laser beam from Coal Miners. We just got to dial in that laser beam from RoboCop. Milan's turn now in possession. Fofana over to Cha. Malik Cha over to Teo. And Milan working it around the back. Loftus-Cheek dropping back. Playing it out. Musa now into Fofana. But Milan can't find any way to break the lines. Has to go back. And now they try a long switch field out to Teo. He settles it. Into Rafa Leao, who just pops it all the way back again for Cha. 11 minutes, 20 seconds, both teams taking their turn in possession to try and build up. And now Savona wins it back and Juve regroups. Locatelli to Gatti. Over to Kalulu. Will a little bit of a press come from Milan? Not so much right now. Nicely done from Kalulu finding McKennie. Out to the side for Yildiz. Inside for Thuram. Over to Locatelli. You've got space around the right to shift this one. There he goes. Over to Kalulu. Almost no 9 right now for Juve whatsoever. Build it up together as a team. Cominers made his first run from deep. That's what I expect. Between him and McKennie, they'll probably both alternate making those runs. Cambiaso carrying it forward. McKennie starts to make that run towards the last line. But Cambiaso turns it back. Thuram to Gatti. Over to Thuram. Over to Kalulu. Has Savona to his right, plays it to him. Cope Miner's coming back to collect. Now it's into him. He's trying to settle it, can't. Fofana wins the ball back. Now Teo is on it for Milan. Over to Gabbia. Cope Miners just couldn't get that thing to settle. Losing it to Fofana there. Conceição was making a run forward. If he stopped it for a split second, he might have been able to send Chico. Milan coming forward. Here's Reinders, but misses Leao. Leao wanted the ball to lead him. It went behind him. 13 minutes, 15 seconds in, 0-0. Want a stat line? 56% possession in favor of Juventus. They're giving us one big chance on that Chico miss. 2 total attempts. No attempts for Milan so far. Very, very early though. Over to Savona. Up the right flank into Chico. He's going to cut in centrally. Ooh, he's going to try and switch field for Yildiz. That was a floater, but it's okay. It lands. Yildiz now. Oh, Cope Miners had to try and win an aerial there. Locatelli now sending it in for Cope Miners. He tries to flick for Chico. Yes, we win the ball back. Oh, Loca tried a one-touch send there for Cope. It was blocked. We regroup. Locatelli on the ball now. There we go, up for Chico. We got a little bit of space. He could turn now. Torch. Come on. By the way, if you picked up Chico's SBC card in FC25, you'll be enjoying it. It's beautiful. A beautiful thing. Oh, there we go. Thuram carrying forward. We got Cambiaso cutting inside centrally. Stops it. Goes back for Gatti. Again out for Cambiaso. Thuram makes a move inside. He's got Yildiz out to the left. In for Thuram. Inside again for McKennie. Oh, tries to hit Chico. It went behind him, but he's still on it. He's got being watched by Rangers and Teo. Now switches it for Gatti. Gatti takes a hit, but that's right at Mignon. It's going to have to be pretty damn special to have a rip from there that beats Mignon. That one always curling towards the keeper. That's okay, poking and prodding. Building up, I think we look better in terms of the build-up for sure. For sure look better in terms of the build-up. Chia's on it, being watched by Cope Miners. He forces him back to Mignon. 4-man line across the front again for Juventus. Forcing them to the outsides. And Mignon sends that one. There's no way Royale with cheese keeps that in. Let's go. Let's go, everybody. Get those likes up too while you're in here. 0-0, 16 minutes in. Juve in possession through Savona on the right flank. Goes back to Kalulu. Now over to Gatti. Out to Savona. Cope Miners again on that right flank. Right against the sideline. Savona just drops it back to Kalulu. Kalulu's going to carry it forward a bit. Now send it over for Gatti. Cambiaso. Back to Gatti. Back over for Di Gregorio. Over to Kalulu. Back to Di Gregorio. Comes a little bit of a press now. Ooh, that's a bad one from Digre. That's a bad one from Digre. But Milan can't pounce on it. They go back to Gabbia. And now all the way back to Chia. So Juve gets to set up defensively. But that's an awful giveaway from Di Gregorio. Now they get it to the outside for Royale. He sends it in for Musa. Here's a good cross. That's a dangerous one, handled by Di Gregorio. Starts with him on the giveaway, but it ends up in his hands again safely. And now Juve can regroup. Try to build up again. 17 minutes, 30 seconds into this one. 0-0, everybody. Surely Fagioli will get some game time today. I would expect Fagioli to enter this game. Absolutely. Milan winning the ball back again. It's Musa inside to Morata. Now puts it inside, but McKennie tracks back and wins it. Gets it out for Chico. Oh, he beats him. Oh, that's a yellow. You can give him advantage, but my God. Hung on for dear life as Conceição would have been gone. And I know Kifi won't go advantage and then go back to that. Oh my God, you're so lucky, Teo. Cold Miner's on it now. The inside for Chico. And now he switches it out for Cambiasso. We've got space there. Come on. Yildiz hugging that byline. Out to him now. Take on Emerson. Take him on. Skin him. Yes. Oh, that's a good low hard one, but nobody getting close to that. Mignon keeps it. Yeah, see, that's the thing with McKennie and Cope Miners coming from deep there. They might not get right against the short side post there or against the line, so the balls are going to have to come back towards the spot to have a chance. Come on. 19 minutes, 10 seconds, 0-0. Juve has enjoyed more of the possession, okay, sitting at 61%. 3 opportunities, no attempts for Milan. 1 big chance at the foot of Chico Conceição. Milan really struggling to be able to break the lines. Again, they're stuck at the back with Mignon, and he's well out of the area right now. And Juve will not bite. They stick to this 4-man front defensively, and they're forcing Milan to try and build something up against them. Now they swing it out to Teo. Savona watching. Teo and Leao, and Chico comes over to help, and again they go to the back. Defensively, we're making it tough to crack, making them work. They haven't found a solution yet. Leao's had to come inside a lot. He does collect. Works a little 1-2 with Fofana. Fofana on it again. Now forward for Morata. Trying to send Leao. That one's too long, and Di Gregorio will collect easily and quickly send Savona out with it. Into Locatelli. And Locatelli now switching it to the outside for Gatti. Gatti looked flat-footed like he almost wasn't ready. Should have been expecting that. Let's go. Wake up, you guys. Back for Kalulu. Neither team pressing. Neither team willing to open up any space for the other to exploit. Kalulu now sends it out for Conceição. Teo's got to be aware here. Oh, bad touch there from Chico. Gives it. Esteram. Well won. Cope Miners carrying it forwards. Got no help. He's trying to get away from Fofana. Fofana has been doing very well defensively. Chico on it now centrally. A couple of quick 1-2s with Locatelli. He just wants to get back to his position. Now Gatti's on it. Cambiasso has moved well forward. There's nobody on the left side for Gatti to hit. So he goes back to Kalulu. Now Cambiasso drops back on the left side. We play it to Savona. He's going to go back to Kalulu. We'll probably hit Gatti here. Cambiasso has dropped back. We got to try and find Yildiz again. We're having success on that flank. That is the flank to attack for Milan. Inside Locatelli to Thuram. He's got space. He's driving forward. Sends it out. Oh, it gets to Yildiz. Cuts inside. Have a hit. Oh, short side. He misses. That's better. That's better. Ask the questions. Push, you guys. Beautiful job between Locatelli and Thuram. That sparks us. Thuram does find Yildiz. Yildiz hit. You're going to have to be way better to beat Menyan. You got a solid keeper over there. Let's go. And now Milan carrying it out with Teo. Locatelli challenges him there. It's going to be a Milan throw. Inside Morata, a little space again, trying to go up over the top. Kalulu easily marking Rangers out, and Di Gregorio collects. And Juve regroups and rebuilds again through Gatti. Now to the outside for Cambiaso. Here comes a little bit of a press here from Milan. To Di Gregorio, Morata trying to lead this press. Leao late to get to Kalulu, inside for Locatelli. He's going to switch it up for Thuram. Thuram now forward for Cambiaso. Come on, we got space. Up ahead for Yildiz. Take on Royale with cheese. Let's go. Skins him on the inside. Just can't get to that ball. Just can't get to the ball. Yildiz down. Looks like Emerson might have landed on top of him too, going out there. That's okay. Keep taking him. You've shown him left 2 or 3 times now, Yildiz. So the next time, you know what to do. You feint that side, he'll bite, and then you take him inside. That is the flank to attack. Come on. What's up, Zia? Let's go. Everybody drop a like while you're in here. Milan on it with Leao. Being watched by Savoni. Does turn him. Gets by Conceição too. I think this might be... No card. No card. Just talking to him. Milan lobbying hard. And usually you don't have to lobby very hard with Daniele Kifi. Savona can't get turned so quick there. And for their troubles, it's Leao that gets the yellow. Dang. Malta making the case for some swimming. Making the case for some swimming. "25 minutes, 45 seconds, 0-0. Juve leading the stat sheet, but nobody cares about the stat sheet, only the scoreboard. Come on. Gotta find one. Milan restarts and Rangers goes back to Chia. In for Fofana, back to Chia. Cope's going to press a bit. McKennie now is going to try to head out to Gabia. They go all the way back to Benyan. And we know what happens here. We're happy to let them have the ball back there and try to break our lines again. In for Morata, who's had to come all the way back inside the half circle, and Gatti followed him all the way. He's giving him a yellow for that. What? How's that a yellow? Cambiaso working on, or Yildiz, excuse me, working on Musa. Ah, look at what we got there with Chiellini and Matri sitting together. Cambiaso waiting to take this one. Inside, chested down by Yildiz. Thuram trying to break free. Oh, he does. Well done. Come on, Kefren. Now over. That's an advantage. Foul on Leao. Chico's on it here. He's going to get double teamed. Beats the first. Oh, come on. He was barely there. I don't even think there was a touch there. He's going down before he turns. Literally nothing there. He knew he was going to lose it. That's pathetic, Giffy. Come on. Holy shit. Dive after dive after dive. This is pathetic. We had advantage coming out of this whole sequence too. Man, Jan sending this one well out to the side for Emerson. Cambiaso watching him. Holy shit. Is one of their players going to stay up? Jesus Christ now, man. What the? He's kicking himself, tripping on his own feet. This is pathetic now. Let's go. You want to stay down? Roll over to the sideline. Get off the pitch. Holy shit. This is pathetic. It's pathetic, and Keefe is not the guy to manage this game when this is happening. He is not the right guy. Come on, Savona. In for Chico. Forced all the way back to Kalulu. At the 30-minute mark, everybody 0-0. Possession has been well in favor for Juventus, 56%. 4 total attempts for Juve. 1 big chance created. Absolutely no attempts so far for Milan. Locatelli trying to switch this one out for Conceição. Teo heads it down. Savona does well. Finds Cope Miners. Out to Chico. Holy God, Chico. Well done. And Locatelli challenges it too. McKennie's coming from an offside position, so he lets it go. God, you can't miss that trailer there, Chico. You got to hit Cope there. If he drops back to have a hit from there. This is long. This is going Route 1. Di Gregorio's going to come out and clean this one up. Leao allowed to settle that, but Thuram breaking it up. I've really liked Thuram's first half. He's cleaning up a lot. And he is, when he gets the opportunity, he's driving out of that midfield. But look at Leao. Oh my God. These guys are going down when they expect the challenge, not from the challenge. It's crazy. This is crazy. They're going down at expecting the challenge. Sucks to say. Sometimes you got to fight fire with fire. When we get in the area, in and around those dangerous spots, start playing into it. I don't know. We can't be the cute ones all the time and try to play pretty all the time. Sometimes you just got to friggin' get greasy. The game calls for it. Colt Miners, one man single-handedly pressing them back to Mignon. It's ridiculous how good he is at pressing. We force them out to Teo. He's going to head it in here. Flicked on. Oh my God, clean that up, Savona. Well done. Pressure still coming. Teo going to set. Ah, Yildiz. He touches it, but he settles it for Loftus-Cheek. Cambiaso trying to work on Musa there. In for Morata. Nothing doing there. We win it. Yes. Send Chico. Thuram on it now. Locatelli and Thuram having a solid game. It's out to Yildiz. Cambiaso directing Yildiz to push that line against that flank. Cambiaso comes centrally. Oh, Thuram. Sends one through all the lines, but Yildiz didn't expect it. Probably expected him to hit Cambiaso just ahead of him. Oh my goodness, I tell ya. Milan throw. Emerson chucking this one up. Musa can't keep it in bounds. Juve throw. Gatti will hand it to Cambiaso. Thuram settles in for McKennie. Trying to send it to Oh, Chico settles this one. Outside for Yildiz. Yes, in for Cambiaso. Oh, tried to cut Loftus-Cheek. Cambiaso trying to appeal that it touched Loftus-Cheek before going out, but to no avail. It's going to be a goal kick for Milan. If Cambiaso made that turn, that would have been huge. Mignon trying to go out to Teo. He does. Settles it. But closed down by Locatelli. Mignon now coming out to collect. Out to Gabbia. Loftus-Cheek has dropped well deep just to collect. Be another option. As Milan struggling to break lines this entire game. Out to Gabbia. Both teams being relatively safe, but Juve definitely better in terms of creation, especially down that left flank. We just got to dial it up more. Teo trying to... I don't even know what he's doing there. Leao was definitely not even moving. And that's fine. Savona's kept everything in front of him, which is exactly what he needs to do. Oh, Mark, come on. Oh my God, I had to walk away today during the pregame show. I've had enough of that discussion. We got to ask way more questions of Milan at the back, especially on Emerson's flank. Chico's doing a hell of a job pushing Teo back, though. We expected that. I think offensively, we got to take advantage of the other side. Here comes an in-swinger. Gatti heads it out only as far as Musa. Out to Leao. Got to think he's going to try to work. Oh, that's a good cross. Oh. They can only head it well wide of Di Gregorio's goal. Pops that cross out of nothing. Morata, a bit of a mismatch there on Cambiaso aerially there. But Cambiaso holding his own, shielding him off, making it hard for him to get anything on the header. So still handled it pretty well, despite not jumping up and challenging it aerially. Still creating problems. Di Gregorio set up for the goal kick. He's looking route one. And ends up going short to the left for Cambiaso. Up forward for Yildiz. Man, all over his back there. Are we going to get the call? Jesus. I guess he should have just not tried to fight through and stay on his feet and just hit the turf. Go swimming. Kifi. He was mauled. You gave Gatti a yellow card for the same thing, for God's sakes. That's what kills me. My feed is frozen up. Here we go. We're back. Locatelli just couldn't quite find the quick one-hit flip. Oh, God. Here we go. A little bit of space opening up. Reindeer's on it deep, but he can't keep it in play. Kalulu pressuring him. Well done. Closing in on the 40-minute mark, everybody. 0-0. Neither team really opening it up. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised to see this game open up for some periods of time and maybe go end-to-end, but big 3 points at stake. Leao heads it inside. Thuram winning it. Carrying it out. Being pressured. Into McKennie. To Luca. And now out to Gatti. Well done by Juve. Gatti carrying it forward. Yildiz. You had him across the side there. He is being watched by Musa right now. Oh my God. And McKennie. Just throws it right out of bounds on what's supposed to be a 1-2. Maignan now switching out again to Teo. Closed down by Chico. Well done. Well in. Trying to claim that it hit Teo, but it'll be Milan's ball for the throw-in. And we are at the 40-minute mark. Just cagey. It's just cagey. Like I said, nobody really willing to open up completely right now. Locatelli intercepts that one. Chico's on it. But he goes back to Gatti. Out to Cambiaso. Gatti to Kalulu. In for Locatelli. Quickly closed down. Out to Savona. Into Luca. Now up ahead for Cope Miners. Back to Luca. Up ahead for Chico. To Cope. To Locatelli. Oh. Everyone's in tight. We're not really... See, that's good. That's good interplay, but it's just to maintain possession. Like, there's no actual progression on the pitch there. Ideally, in a situation like that, you do want somebody going long so that you can, like, attempt to hit them with it. Cope Miners has this one right back out for a Milan throw now. 41 minutes, 21 seconds. Milan taking their time on this throw. Teo's on it. Goes all the way back to Cha, and Chico pressuring him to go all the way back to Maignan. Maignan now switching it out for Emerson. Being watched by Yildiz. Push back again to Gabbia. There's a ball. They're trying to hit on a through ball. Inside it, Thuram cleans it up. Oh, he tries to get by Loftus-Cheek. Okay, we're going to get a yellow on that, right, ref? Are you kidding me, man? How is that not advantage for Kefren Thuram? And how is that not a yellow? What the fuck are you watching, ref? Seriously. What the fuck? You set the tone on that bullshit yellow you gave Gatti. This is crazy. This is crazy. I don't even know what the hell I'm watching. What's... This guy's a joke, everybody. A joke. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's infuriating. Based on his calls, that's a yellow card. He didn't even stop it. He didn't even stop the play. Didn't even give advantage. Maignan going route 1 again. Savona on it here. Going to be forced by Leao. Clip there. Conceição by Morata on the press. Juve could regroup. Oh, man, that's putting it lightly there. Tuna Steaks. Inconsistent. Completely inconsistent. Going against, like, not keeping it level whatsoever. Look at that yellow he gave Gatti. I've seen the same thing 3-4 times without a call. It's crazy. No advantage. He's not given any advantage, which is it's just shocking. Oh, well, is what it is. Let's go, you guys. Got to take advantage of that flank, though. That left side. Come on. Cambiasso pressed by Musa and Morata. All he could do is dribble it out. It's going to be a throw-in for Milan. Shaw now trying to send it back for Teo. He's got to come all the way back, try and collect that. He does stop it from going out for a Juve throw. Now over to Shaw again. They've got a little bit of space in the middle now. It's Loftus-Cheek. He's going to try to drive it out of there. Here's Thuram watching him. Pass deflected by Cambiasso. Or excuse me, Yildiz. This one deflects off of Yildiz. It's going to be a corner kick for Milan here. Cambiasso wants a handball for a free kick there. His hand, that's what's he going to do there? That's as natural as it gets. It's just hanging down. Oh, let me stop the ticker, everybody. Totally missed that. We got 26 extra seconds there. We got 1 minute of stoppage time. We're already at 45:30. This could very well be the last sequence before half. It's going to be a corner kick for Milan. They've got Chop there, Gabbia. They're sending everybody, obviously. It's going to be an in-swinger from Teo. And here it is. Headed up by Cope Miners. And then back in comes Emerson Royale with cheese. We're at the 46-minute mark. This thing should be blown down pretty quick here. So they shut it down. There's your halftime, everybody. Okay, we'll get into it now. Reminder, get those likes up for the watch along. Now, I'll give you the stats. I'll hit you on the stats at the end of first half. 53% possession for Juventus. It finishes. 2 total attempts for Milan. We've got 4 total attempts with 1 big chance created. That was obviously at the foot of Chico Conceição from a cross off the left flank. That's as close as it got for Juve. Overall, in general, we've been in better areas to create, but again, still pretty toothless. Neither team looks willing to go that extra mile right now to maybe leave themselves open up. So it's been a pretty safe opening 45 minutes. Adjustments now are going to be key. Cope Minor, McKennie's really not getting involved in this game. He's struggling to get in any kind of rhythm that finds him helping or assisting in any of the build-up play and or anything dangerous. He's simply been a body that's been getting into the area that we haven't been able to hit on crosses. Colt Miners, he's doing all right, but again, he's dropping very, very far back. He's making his runs from deep. It's okay, but we just got to dial it up. But it's been very, very safe from both teams. It is what it is. This is a big game. Neither team will make it easy for the other. Defensively, I think Juve did fantastic job. Our midfield is doing a great job. Locatelli and Thuram are doing fantastic. Thuram had an incredible half. But the good things that we do, we're not following it up. That right side for Milan, is the one to attack through Emerson Royale with cheese. We got to get Cabiasso going. Yildiz going. Yildiz is taking him on at will. Got to get it going. Thuram driving out of the midfield, that opens things up. And he's willing to drive until somebody presses him to open up spots. But Conceição and Teo are almost ruling each other out. So you got to go elsewhere. Cope Miners, in terms of the build-up, he's had... Man, Fofana is giving him fits. But as far as what we got to do, you got to attack their weakness. It's the right side. We know that's the side to go to. It all starts through there. Like I said, Chico, Teo, they're ruling each other out. As far as we go defensively, we're not giving them anything. They can't break the lines. They're not breaking the lines. They're counting on winning a ball, loose ball in the middle or something and trying to hit us back. They're not doing anything in terms of build-up. So we're fine. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this shakes up. Adjustments, lineup changes. Even though I said McKennie's not finding his way in, I wouldn't make any changes. Not right away. I see a comment here, get Weah in for McKennie. Make Weah striker. What other option? We don't really have many other options. I just don't know what the deal is with Weah. And I would still wait it out a little bit. I wouldn't start immediately the second half that way, but 60th minute mark, you can maybe even 65. You start looking at that and Weah coming in there with his legs and maybe opening something up. But yeah, as far as options, you don't have many options. You don't have many other options. So, is what it is. As far as halftime goes, I see RB Comps in there. Want to get in there for a call-in? RB, shoot me a message. Again, if you want to come in on a call-in, I'll drop it right there. That's me on WhatsApp. Shoot me a text, and we could get you in on a call-in. Do not call that line. Just drop me a text, and we'll get you in. You can get your thoughts in here at halftime. And we can even do a couple of post-match too, all right? So let's see. RB, you want in? You want in, RB? All right. Let's go.
Yo, what's up, bro?
RB, how you doing, brother?
I'm good, brother. First off, really put me to sleep.
Yeah, it's pretty safe out there, man. Give me your thoughts so far.
I'm gonna be honest. I think the technical quality from both teams was absolutely shambolic for me. But like you said, I think Thuram and Locatelli did a brilliant job of negating anything that Milan wanted to do.
Yeah.
Defensively and tactically, I think we looked the better of the two sides.
Yeah.
But I think we need to take more risks.
Yeah.
We're kind of lucky that Milan didn't want to take any risks themselves, but I think we had a couple moments, like the opportunity with Cambiaso when he got into a nice area and Conceição didn't connect with it well.
Yeah.
But overall, I think, like I said, the technical quality was shocking from both teams, in my opinion.
It's it's a weird one. It's a weird one because I didn't expect it to be that safe. I didn't expect it to be that like closed down, but their strong side has almost been ruled out. I think Savona's doing a really good job just being stay at home, real simple, real basic. Chico and Teo seem to lock each other down, but we have to get the ball out to Yildiz quicker.
I agree.
That's clearly where we're going to get success is on that side between Cambiaso and Yildiz. We all knew that going into the pregame. We talked about it. But up top, so this was everything that a lot of fans have been waiting for. It's what do you do without Dusan up top there? Is it going to be better? How's it going to look? What do you think so far with how we've seen it? It hasn't really been a one-for-one trade-off because McKennie and Cope are still, it's almost like we're just playing, 5-6 across the middle almost.
Yeah, no, it's not really been much different without Vlahovic in terms of chances created. But I will say we look a little bit better in transition. And I think in the second half, I'd say bring on Weah because Weah he's a man in form for club and country. He scored for America in the international break. I would bring Weah on for McKennie maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't think McKennie had the best of games, to be honest. I thought he wasn't poor, but I just don't think he wasn't really that effective. But like you said, I think big shout outs to Savona. I thought Savona was absolutely solid in the first half. I think he was the best of the back four in my opinion. I thought he was really solid.
He's had the most work to do. Because that's Milan's bread and butter, and Leao got a turn on him once there. But credit to Chico too. Chico gets his hands dirty.
No, I was gonna say, like you said, he gets his hands dirty. He fights for the ball, which I love.
Yeah.
He doesn't back down from a tackle.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the things I appreciate that is actually very rare for a Flair style player like that. For how much let's call it grunt work he's willing to do. It's a pleasure to watch. Like the guy's just all around. I love the guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll see what it gives. I'm with you on the way of change. I think for me though, McKennie's not involved enough, but I don't think it's like his fault, so to speak.
No, I agree. I don't think it is his fault.
I think this is a little bit different for what they're used to in terms of the spacing and how it works between Dusan and someone else being involved there. So I think you could tell they're trying to figure this out almost on the fly. And the Weah thing, Weah was expected to play, and we had trained and got ready for Weah this whole way leading up to this game. And this was literally like a last minute thing. So Weah's physical condition is kind of what's questionable right now. We don't really know, but I still would bring him in, but I'd probably wait 65th minute. But that could be the breakthrough on the tired legs. But I think we have to push. We have to push Milan where they're weak. And I want to see us recognize this, start to recognize this in games and start making it happen. And that's kind of on a coach, but more so on the players. And these are the types of things I'm looking for when I say good teams have to find ways to go through the gears. This is one of those things. When you're playing in a match, you start to recognize this is where we're getting our success. I expect these guys to start doing that and taking over and imposing themselves. So hopefully that's the message at halftime, and hopefully we get some success because that's where the success has been. But I still, who's your pick to break one through for Juve if we find the breakthrough based on what we see?
I'm still going to go Cope Miners because we've not had that many opportunities, but he did get into a really good space in that first half. I can't remember which minute it was, where he didn't really have much option and he had to shoot. So I would probably still choose Cup Miners or Yildiz to get the breakthrough here. And I've got a question. Would you say that we need to wake up a bit more in the second half? Because Milan they're going to probably bring on Pulisic. And for me, he's their best player.
Yeah.
Even above Leao, I think he's their best player. So I think we do need to be a bit careful, and I think we need to play with him.
It's going to spread us out, and And if he doesn't start immediately for the second half, we have to take advantage, because that might also cause Cambiaso to not get as forward. So that's going to be an interesting to watch when Pulisic does come on. So if he doesn't come on immediately, and that's another reason why I'm left kind of frustrated with the first half, because we should have been pushing the Cambiaso Yildiz combination way more. But we'll see what happens, man. This is going to be an interesting second half. I do expect Milan to, they are at home. This is a big game. Like, I expect them to push a little bit more, but the Pulisic change will be crucial. And to be fair, the Weah one could be big for us too. I still say their back line is suspect, and we have to work them. We have to test them. And it's another one of these games that's following Juve around. And it's why I always say, like, I just think this is kind of Motta's game. Like, it's very calculated. It's very safe. He doesn't open up opportunities for the opposition. And right now we're seeing a stalemate. Is one of these teams going to push a little more? Let's see. I still say if we find a breakthrough, it stems from Cambiaso. That's going to be my pick. But let's see. Let's see what happens. RB, absolute pleasure. As always, thank you for jumping on. We'll do some more post-match, so maybe we'll hear from you post-match too, brother.
Hey, thank you, bro.
You bet. Take care. Ciao, ciao. All right, so yeah, everybody, it's a little bit of a stalemate here so far. It's an interesting one to see how it's going to shake out in the second half. Let's see what we end up. Let's see what ends up happening. Let's see what happens. What do we got here? Tula stakes. Juve should bring in De Vrij. That's the striker they lead. What? I don't even understand. I don't even understand how we're talking about De Vrij as a striker. Who? What? Pierre, it's a shame Chico didn't get a foot on that chance early on. Would have been, yeah, he mishit that one. Looked like he was trying to just simmer that one, settle it, slot it over back post. Didn't get much on it, and it was blocked. That's a shame. But hey, hopefully more in the second half. More chances fall our way. Hopefully we find the breakthrough, everybody. Let's see. Let's see. Anish, I am taking call-ins, my friend. I am taking call-ins. WhatsApp. Message me on WhatsApp right now. Let's get you on. Let's get you on, okay? Come on. I'll wait. Muting my mic. Okay. Hang on a sec. Let's get Anish. Let's get Anish. Send me a message here, brother. Shoot me a text. Let's get you on. Forza Juve saying we miss Dusan. It's tough to gauge how different it really feels. I said this all along. You guys know. You can attest. Oh, Anish, that's too bad. You can't call in right. That's okay. Hey, post-match. We're doing post-match, so maybe then. The whole thing with Dusan and the different profile in there and everything, right now it's almost really tough to gauge because it's been just not really a false nine playing out there. Just a loaded midfield and guys making runs out of the midfield. It's completely different. What I would expect to see as a changeup is Cope Miners actually staying there, actively staying there, working from there, dropping back, working around in, or McKennie. I expected them to have fluidity between the two, rotating in and out with that spot. That hasn't been the case. So it's very tough, but it doesn't look drastically different. It doesn't. The approach in general for Motta is very much the same. So let's see what happens. William Toro saying Weah in. I expect Weah to come into this match. I expect Fagioli to come into this match too. And the thing with Fagioli, I will say this. Every time we've offered his name up as a 10 or getting up more advanced, which I believe he can do or not, it never pans out. It never plays that way. It always seems to be that he just drops back and settles into this radius in the midfield a little bit more deep line. So I don't think he's the guy to play more advanced, and he's going to unlock anything. I see him coming in as a changeup for a guy like Locatelli. But again, out of the first half, I liked what Locatelli and Thuram were doing. I just think the good things that come out of there need to be done a little more. We need to find Thuram driving out of the midfield a little bit more. We need to find Cambiasso advancing on the left a little bit more. We need to get to the ball to Yildiz way more and way quicker. Let's take a look at some of these guys. We haven't even gotten into some of the ratings and everything, but it's going to be a pretty dull affair as far as the ratings. Everybody starts at a 6. Di Gregorio, 6.7. Savona, 6.6. Kalulu, 6.7. Gatti, 6.8. Cambiasso, 6.8. Hard to really argue with any of that. Okay? And you've got Locatelli and Thuram, 6.8, 6.9. Conceição, 6.4. Yildiz, 6.9. McKennie, 6.5. Colt Miner, 6.5. I think you got a lot of 6s out there. If I'm going to put anybody over and above on a 6, it'd probably be Chico, Savona, Thuram, Yildiz, and maybe Cambiasso. That's about it. And that's just because of the way the game played out. It's not a fault to them. It's just, it was a very, very safe first half football. But Yildiz, he touched the ball 24 times, but if you look at his heat map, a lot of it is just possession-based touches a little bit further back. So we got to get him in those areas where he can actually do damage. Weston McKennie, 15 touches. And I believe possession lost was on 1/3 of those. Okay. Colt Miners, 16 touches. He lost possession 4 times. No key passes, no nothing. Did have a shot attempt, which was all he had left on there. He's active. He's making runs, trying to get involved. But again, nobody's really standing out. Thuram, I thought, was great. 91% accurate passing, 31 touches. Didn't lost the ball only 3 times, but he was breaking up a lot for Milan. Cambiasso, 1 key pass, 1 accurate cross, 3 long balls, all 3 accurate, 1 big chance created, 38 touches, possession lost only 5 times. Cambiasso and Thuram would probably be the key guys out of that first half for me, and I'm going to stick with what I said to RB. I believe if somebody finds the breakthrough, it's Cambiasso. It's at the feet of Cambiasso for Juventus. We see the teams coming out of the tunnel. We're getting ready for the second half, everybody. Let's go. Let's get this victory. And I don't think there's a whole lot you got to do. Oh, Baresi and Saki there. As I was saying, I don't think there's a whole bunch you got to do for adjustments if you're Juve. Except go to what's working. Go to the well. Pick on teams' weaknesses. Make them, force them. Force them to overload there, and then you hit them somewhere else. Something else will open up, but force them. If they have a weak spot, you exploit it. You force them to adapt, and then hit them. And we have to get better at recognizing that. Have to get better at recognizing that. So, we're going to have kickoff. I'm going to let the clock catch up. We got about 26 seconds for me to get the clock to catch up. I'll give you the air horn, though, when it kicks off. We all love the air horn. And there we go. Second half kicks off. Milan in possession. Daniele Kifi. Could call him Daniele Schif after that first half. Emerson working 1-2s here. Excuse me. And we're back in time, everybody. McKennie gets a foul on Loftus-Cheek, throwing him to the ground there. We got a free kick here for Milan. And you've got, again, Teo for an in-swinger. Reindeer's also standing there. I think this is going to be a Teo in-swinger, and it is. And that's headed out by Kefren Thuram. Yildiz can't get to that one. Teo just watches it out for a throw-in. You see, okay, so it turns out those jackets are what? They're like a Milan Yankees collab there. That's interesting. Coal Miners pressing. Jaw there. Oh! Oh, goodness. Come on, you guys. Just couldn't settle that one down. Mignon being put under. That's what we need. Come on. This game could very well be decided by one critical error. Thuram in the midfield to Colt Miners. Oh my God, he pops out. No chance for Savona. Look at our bench. Not many guys there. Tell you that. Rui, Mbangula, Wea, Fagioli, Danilo, Pinsolio, Perin. Maybe Pinso could be striker. Fire Pinsolio up there. Let's see. A little bit of a collision there on the side. Gatti's in possession. Just goes back to Di Gregorio. Pressure coming in. Di Gregorio goes route 1. No aerial challenge there from Colt Miners. We win it. Here's Chico. Oh, can't get the ball to settle. Fofana's breaking up a lot in the middle. Like, it has looked, you know, awkward and clumsy in there with our guys, but that's also credit to him. He's breaking up a lot. Cambiasso inside for Thuram. Thuram quickly finding Colt Miners. 1-2. Here we go. Yildiz on the run. Oh, yeah. And Fofana again breaks it up. He's been doing his job, and it's opening up a bit here, everybody. And here's Leao. Inside to Teo. Back out there. Oh, you got to get goal side. And Royale has a hit, but Cambiasso blocks it. It is going to be corner kick, though, for Milan. So, they've come up. They picked up the energy. We got to answer the call here. Let's go. .48 minutes, 30 seconds, 0-0. And this one going all the way out the other side. Locatelli just watching Cha and sending him out to the turf for his troubles. Di Gregorio. Ball's feet and he's launching this one, route 1. Teo heads it in for Cha. And he plays it forward. And Juve trying to work it out. Colt Miners settles it nicely. Savona over to Kalulu. And now we can kind of regroup. Kalulu over to Gatti. Cambiasso on this side. And like I said, Pulisic will be coming on at some point. And that's going to definitely impact the game and change things. It'll also balance out Milan in terms of their lanes and their avenues of where they can attack. And it might also kind of neutralize Cambiasso and him getting forward and attacking. So we got to make the most of when we have these opportunities. So let's go. Gatti now finding Yildiz. Cambiasso has moved forward. Plays it to Thuram. Now into Cambiasso. Skeef just standing there. Here's Yildiz working on Roy. Oh, inside for McKennie. Inside for Cambiasso. Oh, and the shot's blocked. That's a big block. High and short side there. You got to go high and short side, Cambiasso. Come on. Oh, yeah. Big block there from Cha for Milan. That's better from Juve, though. Yildiz set to take this. Get ahead to this, guys. Come on. Let's get a set-piece goal. That's what we need in these games. Force them. Yildiz set to take this corner. Here we go. Ball swung in. Oh, that's deep. That's going back. Easily handled by Mignon. Not a quality corner at all. Come on. You got to give your guys a chance. Come on. And Mignon launches this thing. Heading out towards Royale. Easily handled by Cambiasso. With this like, get the fuck out of the way, man. Holy shit. You're crawling in the middle of the lane. Like, at least try to get out of the way. Skeef. Daniele Skeef. Taram. Trying to get things going out of the midfield. Here's McKennie who's been... Oh, that's a good ball. Come on, Chico. Forces Mignon out there. I like that. Some through balls. Ask questions at the back. Let's go. Push them back. And McKennie, way better second half already. Getting involved. And they've made an adjustment positionally. So he's finding spaces. He's realizing where he's got to go. Already better. Already better. Oh, played in. Oh, Chico just couldn't settle that. Yildiz keeping Milan honest. But Mignon comes out and corrals it. Now he's going to roll it out for Chia. A little bit of pressure from McKennie. We are going to get some changes coming up. Savona. Oh, now we got a little bit of problem here. Yes, yes, from Kalulu. Great challenge. And Taram gets that call there. Should have had a yellow in the first half when they were grabbing him, mauling him. But Taram doing his thing there. This is a great challenge from Kalulu. Holy smokes. Got Gatti over to Cambiasso. Cambiasso is not well, you guys. Oh, no. He's limping. He's laboring a lot after just passing the ball. Now it's played. Look at this guy. He's hobbling. This is a problem. Gatti trying to come into McKennie. That's cut off. And Morata's allowed to turn. Come on, you guys. Close him down. What are we doing here? Fofana carrying it all the way up. Working it to the outside. Teo and Leao. Over to Loftus-Cheek. Emerson all the way on the right open. Now being watched. But, dude, Cambiasso is not running well. In for Locatelli. Now out to Conceição. Conceição opts out of moving up the byline. Opts out of the switch field. Plays it to Kalulu. Now to Luca. Now up to Conceição. 53 minutes, 48 seconds, 0-0. Juve now finds a way out of the press to Gatti. Cambiasso now moving forward. It's up with Yildiz. Oh, he beats Royale with cheese inside to McKennie. Come on. Find these plays. Find these last little connections. Get on your toes. We're always so flat-footed up front. It's driving me nuts. Oh, God. And you give him the easy out. Come on, Mac. The guy's been falling from just breathing on him all game. Of course, you give him the out. Got him pinned back. Danilo warming up. Madonna. Madonna. But Weah's warming up too. This one's launched and well out of bounds. Going to be a Juventus throw. Cambiasso set to take it. Looks like Cambiasso has gotten over his knock. Doesn't seem to be limping or laboring anymore. It's a great, great sign for Juve. Oh my God, Keefe, are you serious? Oh my God, you guys. Fortunate to work our way out of that one awkwardly. Holy smokes. And again, this guy's got zero consistency with the whistle, like whatsoever. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Inside for Emerson. And Kalulu cleans this one up. Chested down by McKennie. Now out to Thuram. Little flick on. Come on, Yildiz. You got to fight for this one. There we go. Out to Yildiz. That's a foul there, Keefe. Thuram switching the field coolly out to Savona. Oh my God, Savona. If only this guy had some wheels when dribbling. It'd be a demon. Kalulu on it now to Locatelli. Juve's regrouped. Back in possession. Big corner switch. And Emerson heads this one out. Come on, you guys. Take advantage of this bum. Come on. Gatti. Over to Kalulu. Savona. Out to Colt Miners. Over to Kalulu. He'll go over to Gatti as he's quickly closed down. Here we go. Gatti's carrying it forward. Look out. And again, a touch, but there's nobody going. Like, nobody looks to go beyond. We're all just showing for the ball. You have your entire lineup doing the exact same thing. Who is going to go? Who's going to make those through runs? Like, absolutely everybody just shows for the ball. Go. Make a run. Move. It's crazy. It's fucking infuriating is what it is. Thuram. Out to Yildiz. Locatelli now carrying it. That's a foul. That's advantage. Here's Yildiz. No, tries to take it on his left. Corner kick. Come on, you guys. Get ahead to this. We got Fagioli warming up. Danilo. Mamma mia. We're closing in on the 60-minute mark. This is a corner. It looks like Colt Miner's set to take it. It'll be an in-swinger. Come on, you guys. Get to this. Colt Miners. The ball's in. Oh, it's tight. That's headed out. It's going to be another corner kick. That's a dangerous one. I like it. Kefren Thuram, get to this. Come on. I want to see Kefren Thuram get ahead to this one and put this one in. Big game. Milan. Youngster. Signing. Colt Miners, another one. And again, this will be out for another corner kick. This time out the other side. They might let Yildiz head over there. This is okay. Sustained pressure due to set pieces. That's fine too. Yildiz set to go take it for an in-swinger on this side now. His last one was very poor. Come on, put it on a platter for somebody. Let's go. Maybe Kalulu against his former team. Come on. Come on. Yildiz. Cambiasso comes short for it. It is short. Now swung out. Oh, that's a brutal ball, Yildiz. No chance. And now they're on the run. That is just piss fucking poor, you guys. Execution is crucial. Come on. You're letting them off the hook. It's garbage. That's like fundamentals. It's just set piece. It's just a cross from the top of the area. Like, get it by the first fucking line. Chico. Holy shit. Trying to work a 1-2 with McKennie, but it does come off a Milan player. So Juve maintains possession. Luca now back to Kalulu. Over to Gatti. Luca now trying to switch it out for Yildiz. There we go. Finds him. Chested down, but Musa watching him. Thuram. Into Yildiz. Now into Locatelli. Over to Kalulu. See, this is what I don't like. Cope Miners is drifting to that flank, and you've brought defenders out there, so you lose that space. Stay up forward. Make a breaking run like beyond the line. Like take defenders away. Always wanting to collect the ball is just brutal from all our players because it doesn't keep the defense moving. Kalulu over to Thuram. Now quickly over to Yildiz. Come on. Skin this guy. Double team coming from Musa. Back to Thuram. In for Cambiasso. Back out to Yildiz. But Emerson gets a foot out. It's going to be a Juve throw. Got to be quick. You got to be decisive, Yildiz. You can't sit there and hum and haw if you're going to take the guy on or not. If you're going to do it, you do it on your first touch. Come on. Now out to Chico. He's double teamed on Reindeers and even Teo. But he cuts in. Trying to give himself a different angle. Cuts in again. Oh my goodness. Through everybody. Oh, that's a great job from Yildiz. Into Thuram. Have a hit. Oh, soft muffin of a curler right into the arms of Maignan. You got to have a heater from there. Oh, Gatti steps in. But Milan keeps it. Leao working on Savona. Inside to Reindeers, who's got space. Close it down. No foul. Yes. No foul. You guys, if you're going to have a, like, you got to really test Maignan. These are weak shots. This isn't a dangerous spot. They've got several guys that can do some damage off these. This would be a goddamn shame for Juve, who's carried the better of play throughout this game. But this is in a really dangerous spot. This is in a really dangerous spot. Teo, obviously. Teo's over it. Leao's knock on over it. Reindeer's over it. And Teo. I'm expecting Teo to hit this one. Oh, drop. Oh, and Reindeer skies that one. Thank God. That's in a dangerous spot, and they made a mess of it, and I'll take that. Hit you with some stats right now to where it sits. It's 57% possession in favor of Juventus, 7 total attempts for Juve, 3 for Milan. We've got 2 big chances for us, and they've got none. Gatti, Luca, now to Cambiasso. Subs are going to start coming in here soon. Yildiz goes back for Gatti. Juve trying to regroup. Now finding Locatelli. He's going to swing it out for Kalulu. Now move forward. Cope Miners along that line. Forward for Chico. Trying to work against Teo. Can't find an inch there. Locatelli. Kalulu. Over to Locatelli. Back for Kalulu. Need a little bit of more movement here, guys. Come on. Start finding some space. Get those heads on swivels. Start looking. Over to Kalulu. Back to Gatti. And he's got to go back to Di Gregorio. That is so slow. That is so slow, that whole sequence. Could see it coming a mile away. Di Gregorio going long, and there's not even an aerial battle there. This is Cambiasso versus Gabbia. What is the play here, guys? If you're going to do that, why is it not Cope Miners or McKennie like making that move to try and play off of or be a guy that can actually contest aerially? Just give him possession back, and we do. And now they're trying to spring it through out to the right side with Musa. They've found him. He's deep in Juve territory, working on Cambiaso. Plays it out for Emerson. Back out to Musa. Quickly closed down, but he finds a little bit of space. Here's a cross. Luca settles it down. Here's Thuram. And Thuram carrying it out of there. But he's being closed down. Does well to find Cope Miners. And he goes back for Cambiaso. Inside for Luca. Into Thuram. And now we've settled it and can work our way out. A good job from Juve. At least in that regard. We've been able to work out well. Look at this. Savona's up there. Somebody make the run. Luca trying to go corner. Emerson heads it. Yildiz stops it. Oh, there's a foul. Thank you. Thank you, Skeef. And there's a yellow. Hey. Thank you. Come on. Find a goal here. Find a goal here. I don't care how. Let it be the ugliest goal we've ever seen. Find a goal here. Come on. Cope Miners, trailing run, one-time bullet. Cope Miners, trailing run, one-time bullet. Yildiz, you got to move into the area. Somebody's got to. No, he's just going to have it in for a header. Cambiaso's on it. The ball. Oh, it's trailing. He can't get there. They were trying to hit Cope Miners on it. Reindeers broke it up. Read it like a book. Oh, this is ball over the top. McKennie trying to settle it with Gabbia. Working with Gabbia. I think it hit hands there, but Locatelli comes out with this one. Calls off Cambiaso. Over to Yildiz. To Cambiaso. Up to McKennie. Oof, McKennie. Oh, Cope, make that run, man. There it is. Oh, fuck. Off the knee. Jesus. Taking a page out of fucking strikers have passed there. Savona, don't get your arm down. Focus. No, nothing there. That's not a foul. Yes, yellows. Yellows for protest. Get them all. Nothing there. Jesus. The ball's still in play. You got to get your arm down. You got to focus. Oh, no, that's good. That's good. Nothing there. Well done, Savona. Bravo. Well done. Nothing there. Get your ass up, Rafa. Here comes Pulisic, and this will definitely change the dynamic for Milan big time. Loftus-Cheek, the one that makes space. We're at the 69-minute mark. It could be time for Weah. But again, like I said, I question what went down, and I do think he took a knock. Like, there's no way you work on something all week and then change it the day of the game for a tactical reason. I don't think he's physically 100%. So, might be later on. You know what? Give him another yellow if he's going to keep talking. Skeef? Come on. Maki Skeef. Cambiaso. Up to McKennie. Inside for Thuram. Come on, Thuram. He finds a way to keep driving. Oh, he's tried to take the contact after to earn something there. This one's played forward. Gatti's going to easily come clean it up. Well done. But you know what I mean with these runs? Nobody's making any breaking runs beyond. Like, it's crazy. They come after staring the play dead. Like, a midfielder's got to be on the ball staring the play dead. Like that last one Colt Miners did. It was like, what are you waiting for to make that move? Thuram, again, Fofana cleans things up for Milan as he has all game. Here's Pulisic. Reindeers over to Fofana. Carrying it out. Out to Teo. Into Leao. Up the flank. Kalulu cleans it up. 71 minutes. 38 seconds. 0-0. Pulisic. Luca, little cheeky back heel. Thuram settles it now. Ooh, tries to go up that byline. Tough ask when Cope's flat-footed there. But again, everybody wants the ball. Nobody's breaking. Come on. Let's go. Get your legs going. We need way out here too. You need some fresh legs. Somebody's got to come. Even if it's in Bangula. Oh, Cambiaso bites on Musa there, but does end up winning it back. Yildiz comes in to collect. Inside for Thuram. What the Terrible ball. Terrible ball. I'm getting a little bit antsy now, everybody. A little bit antsy now. We carried the better of the play in the first half, but Milan's starting to grow now, finally, in this game. And we've stopped looking the better of the two sides or more likely to score. It's a little bit sloppy. Got to change it up. Got to get some fresh legs. Fofana tried to send that one. Gatti broke it up. Now over to Savona. He's getting pressed back. Low on the carpet, but Colt Miners coming out with it. Pulisic wins it back. Over to Morata, but McKennie wins it. And there we go. Pass the ball, Gatti. Holy shit, man. Colt Miners tries to beat the free. Does. Morata getting the legs in there. Come on, Juve. Let's go. Push. Push through. Yeah, this does not look good. There's no target man up front, and it hasn't helped build up whatsoever playing without Dusan, playing a different profile, because it's not 1-for-1. You still have to have somebody up front there. Here's McKennie. Out to Cambiaso. Up ahead for Luca. Ah, fucking hell, that's garbage. Garbage shit ball, and now Pulisic on the run. Terrible floater over to the side. Now Leao on it. We got space. There's a back post run, but they slow up, which allows us to get into a defensive shell. But we are very far back now. Jesus, just wasteful. Wasteful in the final third. No moves off the ball. That's what's just killing me is nobody is making any runs. Cambiaso's there. Nobody's thinking, hey, I'm going to go beyond, give him this cut in. Like, everybody's just standing there. Yield is standing at the top. Everybody's just standing. Throw in back. Juve's possession. Thuram. Yildiz does enough just to settle it. Cambiaso over to Gatti. To Di Gregorio. In for Locatelli. Now out to Kalulu. We can carry forward a bit. Kalulu up for Colt Miners. Jesus, Colt Miners. Awful spot to give this one away. Morata turning. Over to Reindeers. It's getting sloppy. Getting very, very sloppy. And we've allowed them to... Thank God. Teo has a brain fart there. Watches that one roll right by him and out for a throw-in. You got to get some fresh legs in here, Thiago. What are we waiting for? 75 minutes here. Your team's looking flat. Imbangula there, Fagioli, Ruhi. All warming up. Chico has this one off Pulisic. They've got Okafor warming up. Did they pick up Tammy Abraham? Yeah, we have given up a lot of control here second half. Still, for some reason, second half is 67% possession in favor of Juventus. It doesn't feel that way. Here they come up the flank. Pulisic tried a through ball. That's blocked. He's going to take the throw in and have it all the way back for Fofana. And Juve is pushed back quite a bit defensively here. Reindeers switching it out to Musa, who has space. Here's a cross coming in. Settled by Leao. Having it out for Theo. Out to Pulisic. Pulisic. All the way back. Gabia to Cha. Cha's going to have this over for Pulisic again. Yes, Locatelli, great challenge out to McKennie. Oh, gets a foul there. Jeez, that's risky playing around in there. Well done by McKennie, though, to eat that foul. We can regroup. Now I'm getting nervous. Based on how play was going, I was feeling fine, but right now, it's getting risky, getting risky. Guys, reminder, get those likes up, please. Let's go. We got a couple changes coming on. Fagioli, Wea, by the looks of it. Cambiaso inside to Thuram. A little bit of space ahead of him there. Look at Cope Miners not moving into that space ahead there. And Thuram sends Locatelli for a suicide mission. No, we need fresh legs. These guys are not moving good. Reindeer's off, trying to send that through ball. Talk it out, boys. Come on. Play. Holy shit. That's a yellow too, by the way. Amorata right there. That's a yellow. That's a yellow. It's a professional foul, but that's a yellow. Because he's not making a play for the ball, ref. There's nothing there. What the fuck are you lobbying for all game, Milan? What the fuck are we doing here? Wea comes on. McKennie's coming off. And Conceição's coming off. And Fagioli's entering. Wea, Fagioli in. Conceição. McKennie off. Looks like Chukwueze's getting ready to come on for Milan too. Getting close to the 80-minute mark here. Cambiaso. Back for Gatti. Up for Locatelli. To Thuram. Quick exchange. Fagioli now on it. Little touch back to Gatti. There's absolutely no presence up front. Everybody's just showing for ball. Fagioli's moving around up like I don't even know what these runs are, where he's trying to go. Cambiaso, Fagioli getting in each other's way for a second there. So slow over to Gatti. He's got nowhere to go but Di Gregorio. Pulisic is going to press Savona into probably an errant pass. There it is. Fofana's on it. They're running back at us. There's a hit, and that's over the goal. You could see this shit a mile away. Too slow. Way too slow. Way too slow. And stagnant. Stagnant. Aerial battle lost to Teo from Wea there. Headed in. Locatelli and Thuram find a way to get the ball forward. Here's Fagioli. Yildiz, go, man. Go. Push that line. Fuck are you waiting for? Passport? Fagioli. Shot blocked. Out to Thuram. Over to Wea. There's like an hour later, we get an overlap run from Savona. Holy shit, you guys. What do we talk about risking? What do you talk about getting engaged? These big games, these moments, give your nuts a squeeze and go. Shouldn't wait an hour for a fucking overlap out there. Let's go. Help each other. Support. Fight. Seriously, what are we doing? Go. Wake up. Go and take this thing. Wea back to Gatti. Nicambiaso. Quick exchange with Gatti again. Over to Kalulu. Just no options. No options. Just trot back from mids. Nobody with real vigor to get this ball back. Yildiz being pressed there by Emerson, but he gets it back to Thuram. He's scanning. He's going to switch it up for Kalulu. Kalulu's going to take the space ahead of him. Out to Wea. Closed down by Pulisic. Back to Kalulu. Into Thuram. Just slow as hell. Slow as all hell. Kalulu's got no options right now either, so he's going to go back to Gatti. Gatti will get closed down here. He goes to Di Gregorio. Little pressure from Leao. And we go route one with nobody on the aerial battle. Pulisic turning, finding space, running at us. Here we go. Out to Muso's got space. Cross in. Headed out by Locatelli. Yildiz trying to carry this out to the side there. And that's a foul. Calabria coming in for Emerson. Chukwueze coming in for Musa. And Emerson, Pavlovic is going to come in for Gabia. Bunch of fresh legs making a push towards the end. I don't think we got much more of a push on the bench other than maybe in Bangula. $84-minute mark, 0-0, everybody. So Di Gregorio's going to come out. Looks like he's going to set this one up for route one. Everybody press forward. And there you go. He launches this one. Wea trying to do battle in here. Does well. Gets it out to Yildiz. Take on Calabria, please. I just hate how we never just want to pop the ball forward and just try to spread these through balls. Oh my God, we did one. Oh my God, that was such a cheeky touch from Wea. Just too heavy for Cope to corral it. That's better, though. That's the kind of movement you need to be trying here, guys. You're going to get nowhere if everybody just wants to take it to feet. It's too easy to defend. Pavlovic out to Chukwueze here. Yildiz calling orders for Cambiaso. Oh, Gatti. Tried to carry forward, win it out here. Got to get back. Got to get back. There's a hit. That's blocked. That's a yellow on Reindeers, and he keeps going. Yildiz trying to switch this one out for Wea. Teo cuts it out. He's cut out all the switch fields. You got to give it some heat, but that's okay. They give it up. Oh, that's a hand to the face too on the block, but that's okay. And that's a yellow for Luca. You got to do what you got to do there, man. Got to do what you got to do there. You got to break it up at all costs. Shit. Holy man. Just a tight one. Just can't find any breakthroughs, and just really the same thing I've said for this Juve this season, no matter where we are in the standings, what the results have been, undefeated, all this, is that in the attacking sense, there's a lot that's left to be desired here. Here's Cope Miners trying to send it through, and it's weak. Not even close for Yildiz. Not even close. $87 minutes. Look at this through ball. This is out to the corner. He's going to stop this one. There's Teo. And that's blocked. Way, you got to win this. There you go. Well in. Getting it off of Leao. 87 minutes, 13 seconds at this point, you guys. If you find one, it's out of nowhere based on how we've played. If you find one, it's out of nowhere this second half. I haven't been happy with the second half whatsoever. Talked about what at a halftime, trying to go to where your success has come, and it hasn't. We haven't. And we've actually reverted. They've been the better side this second half. It's one there. Fagioli carrying. Yildiz, get on your horse, man. Here's Fagioli. Out to Yildiz. Calabria. Take him on. Oh. Just tried this weird roll and it didn't fall for him. Pulisic carrying it forward. 88 minutes, 10 seconds, 0-0. Milan in possession. Reindeers feints right, drops it for Fofana. Out to Chukwueze. Cambiaso. This is in deep for Calabria, and Gatti just easily watches that one out. Give him that garbage all day. Mota Melon. That's right, Koshik. Whatever. If you find a goal here in this one, it would have to come off of some type of error out of the blue. Imbangula. Give us the bang bang. Come on. Wouldn't that be something for this youngster? Started off the season red hot. Ended up taking a back seat. Come in to a game like this. Find yourself a goal out of nowhere. Would love it. Juve forces them again back to Maignan. Fagioli is very much advanced. Making it a 1-for-1 with McKennie. Any offensive phases that have come seem to have been coming from Fagioli. Driving out of the middle there. Oh, Fagioli. Just couldn't get to that loose one off an errant pass. Calabria trying to get going here. Gets around Cambiaso. That just can't happen. Well done by Gatti to have that one out off Chukwueze. But that's a little bit too easy. We got 3 minutes of stoppage time, but that's a little bit too easy for Cambiaso there. All hands on deck. We got Danilo coming into this one. Okay, Yildiz is going to be removed for Imbangula. And my God, we got Danilo stepping in for Savona. Please, God. Please, God. Please. 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 Allow this. to be all right. All hands on deck. Danilo's on the pitch. It's a Juve throw. Cambiaso's on it. Up to Thuram. Thuram trying to switch this one out for Weah. Little touch. Danilo. Up for Weah. Just bobbling around off knees. Trying to take on Teo there. Man, we haven't... Teo's held his own. Teo's held his own today. We haven't given him issues. Thought Chico would give him more issues, but they did kind of rule each other out. Holy, Danilo comes in to try and pop this one up. Imbangula battling with Chukwueze. back to Calabria. Colt Miners pressing. He's the only one up there. And he's trucking over to the other side. Fagioli now taking up the left side. It's a ball moved over for Cha. Out for Chukwueze. Cambiaso. There's the cut in swinger, and it's well wide of any targets. We got about 30 seconds left in this one, everybody. From what was expected to this. Let's see. Like I said, if something comes, it's totally out of nothing or an error. And that could be said for either side. But this is a pretty disappointing second half for me from Juve. I was happy with the first half. I'm not very happy with the second. Flicked on. Imbangula can't trap that. Fofana's had a game for Milan. The midfield has pretty much ruled each other out too, and you just have a lot of stalemates. Like just everywhere across the pitch. Chukwueze up to Calabria. Chia over to Pavlovic. Little touch for Leao to Reindeers. Little play in here. Flicked on. And Fagioli gets it wrong. Now we got a little straight up aerial. And Thuram heads it out. Calabria stops it. Out to Leao. Little flick in. Here's Chukwueze. Cross to the back post. Headed. Di Gregorio gets to it. That's probably the end of play as we're at the 94th minute. Jesus. That's game, everybody. It ends there. It ends there. 0-0. Well, I tell you what. I don't know how, and I challenge this, but in the second half, Juve had 59% possession. I'm not sure how. Okay? 3 total attempts in the second half for Juve, 4 for Milan. We are credited with 1 big chance. None for Milan. Milan had 0 big chances created this entire game. Juve had 2. We had 7 shots. They had 6. This was a stalemate right across the board, but I'll be quite honest. I am just not happy with this. I'm not happy with this match whatsoever. I said in the first half, I was, like, as far as the defense goes, I'm fine with it. You go into their house, you leave them with 6 total attempts, no big chances. That's great. Offensively, I said I don't think it's a personnel issue. This is deeper. It's a deeper level of trying to get this team to create consistently. You have things showing up like the players, their understanding, trying to get them to understand that not everybody can just stand there and show for the ball. And you have to mix up going with through balls, working to feet, playing off one another. You also have the whole attitude and approach. Like, I'm sorry, but you got to work throughout all the games. When you've got a guy on the ball and the other guys that are supposed to be supporting the attack are just standing there, what do you expect to happen? Even like late in the game, it's like Weah gets a ball. You wait, 5 seconds in the game of football is an eternity for Savona to even pop up into the frame, into the picture for an overlap. What are we doing? It's way too stagnant, way too flat. And after the first half, we saw where the success was coming from. What did we say? Try to pick on it. Try to force Milan to overload, to go to that. You don't. And it's just flat out stagnant. Really bad second half. We looked the better of the sides coming out of the first. We should have pushed for a bit more. But to be fair, neither team pushed. Milan didn't push us. We didn't push them. Nobody risked it. And at the end of the day, sometimes in these ones, you got to risk it if you want all of it. Neither team risked it. The stalemate seems like it makes complete sense from what we saw. So here you are, 0-0 draw. Everybody, I see in here already, Thuram, man of the match. Let me know who you would give man of the match to, okay? But this was a pretty poor game, pretty drab affair, I gotta say. We'll go through the ratings. I'll give you the ratings as to where they stand. 6.6 for Di Gregorio. Not a lot of work overall. 6 total attempts faced. Yeah, 6.5 would be fine. Savona, 6.8. I thought Savona played a really solid, clean game. He is definitely pushing 7 for me. Okay? Kalulu at 6.8. Gatti at 6.8. I think that's fair for both of them to leave them around there. Cambiaso hit 7 for his rating. I honestly think second half, he didn't get anywhere near as involved as he was in the first half. Locatelli's at a 7. I'm fine with that. Thuram at a 7.3. I think Thuram should be higher out of the two. I'd probably have him close to 7.5. Conceição 6.1. Definitely not enough Conceição in the second half before his sub for sure. Not enough. Yildiz at 7.2. Yildiz second half, he wasn't finding it enough. Struggled against Emerson. A lot of delayed decision making. 7's probably fair, maybe 6.8. Cole Miners at a 6.6. Cole Miners really took a dip in the second half, as did a lot of players. McKennie finished with 6.7. I thought his second half was way better than his first half. But you see what you got there. A lot of 6.5s, a lot of 6.8s. Nothing crazy. If I'm going man of the match in this one, it's probably going to be between Savona and Thuram for me, personally. And I'd probably go with Thuram. So, Thuram was the best. In field, we've got man of the match, Thuram, and nobody was even close to him. Marco Thuram, man of the match, no doubt. RB saying Savona, I agree. Savona is solid, had a good game. Thuram getting better, good in tight spaces. He is growing. He is getting better and better and better. Cambiaso was decent, but sloppy at times. Agreed. Savona played well too. Savona, far better than Cope. Shit. Cope, yeah, that was not the second half anyways. First half was okay. But again, why, if we're going to go this route, why did nobody actually play up top? They didn't play false 9 today. That's not how a false 9 plays. It's crazy. There's no target. No target. And everybody was standing all over the place. That was ugly. That was very much ugly. Man of the match could go to Savona or Thuram. We seem to all be in agreement as to where the man of the match ball should land. And we'll give it to Thuram. Let's get to Storm the Barn. Always time for Storm the Barn. And like I said, if you guys want to call in, we could take some call-ins. We have a little bit of time, all right? That's the number. Do not call me. Text me. Text me. We can get you on audio, and you could get some of your thoughts in for this game, okay? Who will be Juve's coach in 25-20? Malta. Come on. We don't have to get that crazy here, everybody. Drawing Milan over there. I mean, it's a game, again, I said was for the taking. This was a 50-50 split, but how we played defensively should have urged us on offensively. Sadly, it did not. Initial thoughts going into the Villa game. Alarm bells are ringing, in my opinion. I still don't think so. How I felt about this team has been the same for a long time. And that is simply this. We just simply have to figure out how you are going to attack cohesively and consistently. There's still this weird, safe approach feeling that we are just not brave enough. I was losing it at one point during this watch along. You all heard me. I said, give your nuts a fucking squeeze and get after this 3 points. After the first half, you should have felt so confident with what you were doing at the back end that you take control. So I wouldn't say alarm bells are ringing. Defensively, I think we're stout. It's just finding that breakthrough up top. Everybody said it would be different with the different profile up there. I don't think so. I don't believe Mota has the plans dialed up as to what... I don't think that's his thing. I don't think it's his thing. It's possession ball, but there's not a lot of ideas up top. It is a free-for-all up top. Does this sound very similar to what a lot of fans were pissed off about with a previous manager? It should, because it feels exactly the same. They're both defensive first, but Malta believes in defense with the ball at your feet. But offensively, we do not have the answers. And if Coal Miners was supposed to be the answer, that was not a good showing for it. And we didn't even use him as an actual false nine. And McKennie wasn't even used as like this makeshift striker. We played with a loaded midfield and everybody stood around. That's just not good enough. That's just not good enough. It isn't. I'm pretty pissed off with this performance. I gotta say, this was a game, the way it started to play out and how we gave Milan nothing, that second half was a huge letdown. Huge letdown. But again, overall, coming out against Milan, against Inter, in their house, and taking the draws is not the end of the world long term. What's infuriating about it, it's a winnable game. This was a totally winnable game, but we lacked bite. We lacked any kind of bite up top. This toothless thing has to stop. It can't just be in open games. You have to find ways to create consistently. It sucks. It's infuriating. Let's see what we got here. I think we got some people ready to come in. Let's go. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to do these in order. Okay? I'm going to do these in order. So let's see. I think I've got Michele up first. Let's try and get Michele on here. Hello.
Hey, hi, Berto.
Hey, how are you doing, Michele?
Good, and you?
I'm doing good, my friend. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your support.
No problem.
And let's get your thoughts. Hit me with your thoughts outside on the back end of this draw. What's going through your mind right now?
I'm very mad because this, sort of games we need to win.
Yeah.
We didn't create enough chances.
No, nowhere near. 7 total attempts for us. 6 total attempts for them. We had 2 big chances created, but it's too few and far between. I'm with you.
Yeah, we have so much possession. We do nothing with it.
What do you...
Better let the opponent have possession and counter, but this has no...
What do you think it's going to take to make the breakthrough? What do you think is the main issue why we struggle to create consistently?
There's no creativity up top. Yeah.
How do you fix that?
I don't know, but...
Well, would you try something different? Would you try... What do you think? Everybody's still making shouts for Yildiz up there. Do you think that helps it?
Yeah, maybe that can be the solution and drop Vlahovic to the bench. I don't know, but it can be tried against lower teams.
Yeah, today we had no target up top there, and the space that they were asking McKennie and Cope Miners to cover, it was too much. And in the end, in the second half, the legs kind of failed, and you could see it. That's how you start getting a lot of those missed touches and errors and everything. Yeah, it's pretty frustrating. I'm with you. It's a frustrating one. You want to see us get us the 3 points. It is what it is. Before we get on to the next caller, I want to ask you, how do you feel going into Villa?
I'm a little bit scared, but if Vlahovic doesn't recover, what are we going to do? We can't play the same like this.
Yeah. I never felt it was a personnel issue. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a combination of everything. Mota not having the ideas in attack. I don't think that's his game or ever has been his game. And maybe it is a personnel thing as well. But I would definitely not go to what we just saw here today. Hopefully Weah's okay. I think Weah might be one of the answers we could use. But I definitely wouldn't go with this Colt Miners McKennie thing. I definitely wouldn't follow that up. We'll see. Michele, thank you, my friend, for calling in. Is there anything else you have? Do you have a question you want to ask before we sign off?
Yes. What would you do if you are the coach to change something?
I'm at the point now, I want to see Yildiz up top there. I want to see him actually play up at the top, leading the line. He has done it through Primavera, through Next Gen, even through Bayern Academy before we picked him up. He's played everywhere across the top. It's time to see it. Without all the work that McKennie and Colt Miners had to do, actually play with him up top and see. It's the only way we're going to truly see. And even with Colt Miners today, if he stayed up top and stopped drifting to the flank, we might have seen something a bit different, but it can't be this way. I'm ready for Yildiz up top, though. I am.
Yeah, I am also, yeah.
Yeah, let's see. But thank you again, brother. Appreciate all your support. We'll talk to you real soon. Take care.
Yeah. Keep up the good work.
I appreciate it, my friend. Ciao, ciao. All right, so that's Michele coming in here. Let's see who's next on deck. RB coming in here. RB. We got RB coming back. Let's see. RB?
Yo, what's up, bro?
Yo, my man. Well, we talked at halftime. What a brutal second half.
Yeah, bro, literally nothing changed. The only player that I felt bad for in that second half was Di Gregorio. Like, Di Gregorio was a spectator. I could have played in goal that second half, I think.
That was rough. That was a rough second half. Very, very poor from an approach, a mentality thing from this team. Very, very safe. And I don't think we gained any answers whatsoever as far as what to do up top. Like, no answers whatsoever.
Yep, absolutely. No answers whatsoever. And I feel like this has been the theme since the start of the season. Stagnant, predictable.
Yeah.
And just... we look like we've got no bites going forward. And it's especially disappointing to me because Milan were horrible.
Yeah.
Milan were not good. They were there for the taking. And like you said at halftime, that Milan defense can be got at.
Yeah.
It's not good defense.
We
did not test them at all. So
it's
disappointing.
It's very disappointing. I got to ask you the same question that's floating around right now with everybody. What do you do for Villa? If Vlahovic can't go again, what do you want to see?
I agree with you. Yoda's up front. I do not want to see coat miners there, and that McKennie thing is get that in the bin. That's not working. Yoda's up front for me.
I think it's time. It's screaming for it. Let's just see it. But actually play as the 9 and not what we saw today with these guys half committed. That's my problem. Is whenever you want to try something or you do something, I hate half-ass commitment to it. Like, actually do it. This felt way too safe. You asked coat miners, even McKennie for that matter, to do all the grunt work of the middle without even actually being available to properly play the attacking role. It was way too much to ask of them. And it was set up for failure, really, in my opinion. So
no, absolutely. But I feel like that's been the story since the start of the season. Like I said, I feel like Motta's not really changed much with his approach. Maybe in the odd game here and there, but I feel like we've just looked so stagnant in the way we play. And I think the way you put it is we play too cute sometimes. I think we do. It's too safe. Way too safe. Too safe.
Take some chances. Take some risks. Like, I mean, there's barely any runs there, but when you see them, play the damn ball. Send it. Give them a chance. Give them a chance to fight for it. We don't do that. It's a very, very stagnant, safe, slow approach. And we've said this before for several years. In the attacking phase, like defensively, I feel very strong about this team. Defensively. Which is a credit to them. It's a credit.
Even though I disagree because without we didn't concede today, but I think, in my opinion, that's because Milan did not test us at all. I think that was more due to the midfield, to be honest. The putting a shift, and even against Torino, they didn't challenge us at all. It's not like the defenders had to really defend much. They didn't test them, in my opinion.
But they couldn't, because like if you watch like the way they want to build up, the way they want to work up the field, we at least took that away, and they had to find the alternatives. And it was almost like watching our struggles and watching another team go through them, because they had the same issue and they weren't switching the field until about the 75th minute when they finally started doing it. And Cambiaso looked like he was getting tired. But for the most part, I mean, they couldn't work the way they like to operate. And that is a credit. And in the midfield, it was a battle. Like Fofana did an incredible job for Milan. And Thuram did an incredible job for us. There was a lot of players ruling each other out throughout this game, but it's just the attack for me is a steady, consistent concern, and that has to change, and it's anybody's guess how the hell we do it. That's the thing, right?
I just think we have to speed things up, because I don't know, I think it's way too slow at the moment. Way too slow to me is what it looks like.
I think you have I think you have way too many guys doing the same thing. Everybody wants ball at feet. Somebody's got to be the guy opening up space for others. Somebody has to sacrifice, basically. And I'm going to say it, Vlahovic was at least doing that. He was at least making runs that occupied people towards the end, that opened up some spaces. But again, the shortcoming is, as a unit, as a team, we're not taking the risks in the follow-up, right? And this has to end. Like, we got to turn the corner at some point. And how long are we going to say this? Are we going to hit January and be like, man, we still aren't creating consistently? That's going to be a big problem, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
How do you...
One final thing I want to say is that in the grand scheme of things, I would have taken a point against Milan, but it's the fact that Milan was so poor. They were so poor, and we couldn't respond to that.
Yeah,
especially in the second half.
Yeah,
that's my big issue.
Yeah, we'll see. We got Villa mixed middle week. How do you feel about that one, real quick, before we sign off?
Bro, honestly, I'm a little bit worried. If we play like that, I think Villa is going to win, to be honest.
Yeah.
We can't play like that going into Villa. We just can't. We have to change something. It's
a tough one. It's a tough one because, neither team risked it. Let's be honest here. Milan didn't risk anything. We didn't risk anything. And if another one risks something, it opens up space for us too. We've always been good and looked at least dangerous with space. But when there's no space and both teams are playing pretty safe, we look like we could play for hours on end without a goal. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. But Villa will be an interesting one. Thank you again, brother. We're going to keep things rolling.
Hey, thank you, bro.
Always a pleasure. We'll talk soon.
Thank you. Take care, man.
Ciao, ciao. All right, we're going to keep it moving here. I've got Anish. We're going to get Anish on. Anish.
Hello.
Anish, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
There, it's
How
a
are
good.
you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I want to hear your thoughts. How do you feel after this game?
Yeah, I feel very bored. I feel sleep like 2 times. And
Fella,
that's
yeah,
enough.
yeah. It's a pretty boring affair. It's a boring affair. What do you think is the main problem? Why we don't create enough chances to score? Why we look so toothless?
First of all, I want to say at the wings, I don't think why is he's not looking around. He's just moving in front of the goal. He should look around his teammates. And his decision making in the final third is what you can say.
So you're not very happy with Yildiz and his decision making. Okay. Do you think he would be better suited for us playing more central?
But sometimes you have to take those tall defenders. I don't think he's enough to take some tall defenders.
Huh. So do you think today we did miss Dusan Vlahovic?
Yes, but I think even if we had him, we might have only won like 1-0. I don't think we had too many chances. Yeah, coincidence how he's good at running. I think he should play more central. Maybe
Yeah.
he should be given more space to go inside the box.
Yeah. We'll have to see. It's anybody's guess what the heck we're gonna do. All I know is it's got to change. It's got to change fast. I'm gonna ask you something before we keep things moving. What's your prediction for the match against Villa coming up?
If you play like this, I think if we are going to get great chances against Villa, we will be still not able to convert them into goals. I think I'll see a draw.
Yeah.
A nil draw, or I think Villa might beat us by 1-2.
Ooh, Anish, killing me, man, killing me. But you know what? I understand. These performances don't necessarily instill confidence. I do thank you, my friend, for joining me. All right, absolute pleasure. And we'll try to do this again, okay? Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
All right, everybody. We got, I think we're going to get one more in here. And let's go. Well, actually, maybe two more. We got tuna steaks. Trying to get tuna steaks coming in here. Tuna.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, brother?
I don't know, man. For lack of better terms, I don't know.
Yeah, hit me with the right, like shoot from the hip here, man. What's
Dude.
on top of your mind?
I mean, it's tough because I like the idea of Cooper McKennie up there. I thought that we could have done something, but I mean, I don't know, man. Coop looks a little stale. Yildiz, we kept going to him all game and just kind of expecting him to cut inside. We kind of seemed like a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
And then, Chico locked down the entire time with Teo, kind of, canceled each other out, like you said. Taram, I'm liking a lot. I think he's grown into himself.
Yeah.
His dribbling's getting a lot better, but his passing still leaves a lot to desire.
Yeah.
Luca, hit or miss. He's always a mainstay in the squad, but... And then, I don't know, man. I mean, and the back line's the back line. It's just consistent as can be, but it's tough, I mean, I kind of expected a draw or 1-0, but, yes, it's a tough one.
Yeah, it is a tough one. Everybody's praising Taram. That seems to be steady everywhere, and rightfully so. Had a fantastic game. Intellectuals here on the comments saying Taram dribbling was basically bulldozing through people. I liked it. He's starting to grow. He's actually on the back of the kit I'm wearing right now. Champions League badge, Taram. I've got high hopes for him. We've got another comment. It says, I feel like Cope has been doing well, but he keeps drifting out to the flanks instead of playing central. I've been saying this, and I said this after this game. Tuna, we learned absolutely nothing this game about what the answer is. And that's the most infuriating part for me. We learned nothing. So, I've asked all these guests here consistently after this in this post-match, how do you feel going into Villa? And everybody's like, I don't know, maybe a draw. And that's because we haven't gained anything. Like, we're just still asking the same question we asked. I remember the first, handful, 6 games. And we're like, guys, all we got to figure out is how to consistently attack. Break down a low block, break down a solid defensive shell. That's all you got to do. Well, holy shit, fast forward 2 months, we're still asking the same question. What's the solution? Are we at the point now you have to see Yildiz? Do you think Vlahovic was getting too bad a rap from fan base?
I mean, it's another thing. It's like it's hit or miss with Vlahovic. I mean, you kind of think, you want him to do more, but it's like how much more can he do when we're not creating at the level that we should be for a club like Juventus? It's hard.
Yeah.
And I think it does come down to Mota a bit for sure, where I think he's got to kind of, if we want to attack a bit better, we got to shift the philosophy a little bit from this balanced, very defensive balance type of style to a little bit more into the attack, maybe shift up the formations a bit. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I definitely want to see up top, but even then, if that doesn't work, man, it's like we're kind of weak out on the wings besides Chico and then maybe Cambiaso, overlapping, but it's like, maybe shift to maybe more of like a narrow formation, maybe play 2 strikers, play, a 10 or 2, kind of have something, something to throw Villa off, something to throw off these smaller sides in Serie A and experiment there. But it's tough because, we got this stretch of 8 games and these next 8 are going to be rough with all the injuries we got. So
I think we shot ourselves in the foot today with how we tried to utilize McKennie and Cole Miners. Neither one 100%. Of them really advancing. We just asked way too much coverage. But you made a comment here, storm the barn. I'm going to give you a chance to elaborate. You said you don't want to give Motel out, but you don't think 99% of managers would have a solution with this amount of injuries at the moment.
Yeah. So I would just say it's like, I think everybody's expecting Mota to kind of have like an immediate solution to all these problems. And it's hard. It's his first year. It's a gradual progression. We do want him to kind of put his foot on the gas a bit and give us a little spark. But then as the weeks go on, we get hit with another injury and then another and a knock here and a knock there. So I don't want to put too much blame on Mota, but at the same time, it's like, he's got to take some of the fault. Obviously, he's the main man there.
Yeah.
And then with Weah today picking up the knock pre-game, that definitely shifted everything tactically.
There's definitely some question marks. Like, you got to ask about management, staff, this, etc. Like, it's just frustrating. But, Marco Tomic making the comment here, we had no one in the middle, terrible tactics. I do think positionally we shot ourselves in the foot. So we'll see what happens, man. Villa, just give me a prediction. Just a way too early prediction for that game.
I mean, depending on the lineup, if we see Way up there, if we see Vlahovic entering, or maybe if Vlahovic starts, if we're lucky. I mean, I think 1-0, for us, I'm hoping. I mean, at home especially, we got to lock it down. I mean, we just got to. Is it at?
No, we're gonna be at Villa Park.
I'm thinking of City. My bad. I'm already on to City because City's on 7-game losing streak, and I'm like, holy shit.
Let's get the offense. Let's get the offense cooking. Maybe Villa is where we find the breakthrough. I don't know. But we'll see. I'm thinking early sign. Yeah, might be heading draw, but we're gonna be tested. We're gonna be tested. Tuna, I want to say massive appreciation for all your support. Thank you very much, and thank you for joining on the call. And man, appreciate it, brother. We'll see you in the members chat.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.
Ciao, ciao. All right, everybody. So, holy smokes, we got a bunch of people in here. We've got more, but you know what? We might even pull more in for the post-match podcast, okay? This result got away from us, but we're still going to have positive vibes tomorrow because somebody is going to get this kit tomorrow, okay? with the Yildiz on the back. Tomorrow's the day. Let's at least make it a positive, but we are going to tackle everything in the aftermath in full detail. I am expected to have Lewis and Paolo with me tomorrow. Should be a very interesting discussion. Can't wait to hear Lou's thoughts. We don't get Lou around often enough. Let's see what he thinks. Lou's been pretty level-headed throughout everything, but just maybe might be a little annoyed here because we are all obviously very annoyed. Hey, Lil, not the result we wanted, but it is a marathon, not a sprint. Let's see what happens. I appreciate all of your support, everybody. Drop a like on your way out. Thank you. Another great watch along, no matter what the result are, and it's all because of you. Thank you. Tomorrow, we give away our next kit, and we have plenty more. As always, the AJC Army, you are second to none, and we thank you. Till tomorrow, no matter what, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. On to the next. Ciao tutti. Take care.